No, welcome to our first Chicago office, guys. So I just wanted to introduce myself, Ryan Drysdale. I actually live in Columbia, Missouri, so about 6.5 hours from here. Fly up every week. This is George and I's fourth office that we've created together. Zeal's 9th office or 10th office, something like that. We're losing count. But this is our first office in Chicago. So just to give you a quick introduction, we started here in October. So we started to build, obviously you guys have met some of the agents here. You probably came with an agent or got invited by an agent. We're really looking to put 10 offices in the Chicago market before it's all said and done. You guys have 9 million people, which is unbelievable. All of our other offices combined don't even touch what Chicago is, so all the other markets. So there's a lot of room for growth here. If you've been in business for any amount of time, you know you just have to find the right people. One of the reasons we're doing career night is you might be one of those people. To be honest, we're going to follow up with everybody that signs in. So we'll follow up with you one way or the other, just to see if you're interested and see if we can have a follow-up with you and sit down and see if this career might fit you and if you might fit us. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I was actually George's. George obviously started Zeal Financial Group. I was his first partner about 6 years ago. So when this guy hired me, he literally hired me basically out of a Starbucks. We had no office, we had nothing. We drove around in our cars and sold insurance, literally, just like Edward Jones guys, just like peddling and knocking on doors and sitting in small businesses. And I live in Missouri, so a lot of cows and corn, right? So sat down with a lot of farmers on the back of pickup trucks and sold them our product. And eventually developed a big network of people to where I didn't have to do that anymore. We could just call and set appointments with people. And then we eventually got our first office, and then our second office, and then we've grown from there. It's the same thing we'll do here in Chicago with the right people. So I've got 4 kids. I've been married for 13 years. I have 4 kids. I have a 12-year-old little girl, twin boys that are 10, and a 4-year-old little boy. So we stay super crazy busy. So traveling every week is like a vacation for me, but not for my wife. So that's who we are, guys, in a nutshell. I want to turn it over to just a couple people, just to give them a few minutes each, and just tell you why they're here, why they chose Family Heritage. I want to start actually with Seamus Fitzpatrick. So guys, Seamus came from a 20-year insurance career with a competitor of ours. He actually lived in Chicago for a long time, so he's really familiar with the area. He's our vice president of sales. He's been with Family Heritage closing in on a year and a half.
Closing on a year, yeah.
So Seamus, why don't you tell your story?
Okay. So good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
And thanks for being here and for giving up your time and spending some time with us. As Ryan said, I'm just 1 year almost with Family Heritage. I've been in this business for 27 years, the supplemental insurance business, and I've been all over the world. Ryan just said something in terms, and I'll tell you the reason why I joined Family Heritage in just a few seconds. Ryan said something about the population of Chicagoland is 9 million. Just to give you an example of potential, I came from a small country where there was 3.5 million people, and we had a sales force of 700. So what the mind can conceive and believe, you can achieve. So if you look at 9 million people, I mean, this is an underserved, untapped marketplace for what we do. So the reasons I joined Family Heritage is threefold. One is because of the people. You're going to meet, Ryan, and obviously you're going to meet George next. But Family Heritage people are exactly as you see. A bit nicer looking, by the way, otherwhere, But as you see with George and with Ryan, they're real, they're real people, and they're into the families, they're into the community. They're into giving back, and they've got good values, great culture, and a great purpose for what we do. And Family Heritage, if you're fortunate enough to join this great organization, you will see that with the people that you meet. There's no politics, there's no nothing. Everyone's here to support each other the best that we can. So it really is a people's business. The other thing is the products. The products that we offer in the supplemental insurance business, or anywhere really in the world, and I can speak for that, are second to none. They are superb. You can't lose. If you don't use it, you get your money back. If you do use it, and you don't claim more than what you paid in, you get the remainder back. And if you do claim excessively on it, then fortunately you had the cover in the first place to be able to use it. Middle income America is the most underserved marketplace in the world. Just to give you an example, it's a $40 billion revenue business. and we don't have 1% of it. So when you talk about room for growth, room for development, it's definitely here within this marketplace. You know, the other reason I joined Family Heritage is because what we do good things. You can sell other types of products, for example, such as life. But I've never met anybody who died and was excited to cash in their life policy. You know, and I don't know how many of us are here in this room, but hands up. I'm just looking behind to make sure. I'm going to tell you a secret. Hands up. Who's never been ill? Ill. So you see, what we sell is guaranteed. You just don't know when, you don't know where, and you don't know who. So we provide peace of mind. And when everybody else is coming around looking for their check, we'll probably be the only people coming around giving you a check. So you do good things, so don't underestimate that. And they're the reasons why I joined Family. This is one of the fastest, if not the fastest growing organization in America in the supplemental insurance business. Started 27 years ago, $12 million in debt. Today, 27 years later, it's $1 billion asset organization. It's $240 million in revenue. It's got over 1,500 sales force. I mean, this is really the place to be. If you want to own your own business, work in a community environment that gives back to where you live and work, Family Heritage really is the place to be. And this is the fastest growing agency within Family Heritage, the Zeal Finance, Ryan Drysdale, that you'll find. You know, 9 offices within 24, 36 months, and really taking the numbers, you know, going north all the way. So thanks for being here this evening. Hopefully you get lots of fun and ideas and things out of it, and you know, just enjoy yourselves. Jordan, I'll hand it over to you.
Thanks. All right.
So guys, actually going to turn it over to Kerry Ewald just to get another perspective. So here's a guy that's been in the business, or our business, for 20-something years. Kerry's been in the business for 20-something days. No, probably a couple months now. But Kerry left. He was a business owner for three other businesses. So I just, Kerry, share your story, and I guess main question, why did you come to Family Heritage? Why leave three businesses to come sell insurance and build a team or organization of people?
Well, that's a tough act to follow right there. He pretty much covered everything, but I came here for the opportunity, growth. I really enjoyed the fact that there was residual income. And when I met with George and he explained the products and everything, they are fantastic. I really believe in them. I didn't want to talk about products to people that, you know, didn't make sense or I was trying to sell. I think they sell themselves. They truly are the best. And I've never sold insurance before, but after, you know, seeing everything that, you know, George explained to me, I thought, you know, it was a great opportunity. And you know, I like the idea that you can build a team and network yourself and, you know, grow that way. There's a lot of different ways to make money in this company, not just going out and selling, but, you know, building a team and you know, all that stuff. So you know, in my other businesses, I would have to go out. I mean, I own 2 construction businesses, so I'd have to go out and sell jobs. And once the job is done, it's done. There is nothing left. And then you got to go out and sell another job. And then when things get slow, you don't have income coming in. So for something like this, you have, you know, it's how hard you work. You go out and sell, and you have residual income. So that was, I like that about the job. It does take a lot of work at the beginning, I believe, but if you're willing to put in the time, I think it'll pay off greatly in the end.
Awesome.
So.
Cool. Thanks, Kerry.
Yeah.
Want to swap a little bit here, spur the moment here, but Rolando, without I guess any introduction, tell us how you came here and why you're here. Rolando just accepted a position tonight. Okay.
Hi.
So very spur of the moment.
Good evening to everybody. My name is Rolando, and I come from Oswego. The reason that I am here is because of his fault.
It's my fault.
Kerry, because he talked to me about this business, about the insurance, and I like it. When he explained the the opportunity that we have working here is great, because it's not only money-wise, it's the satisfaction that you're gonna have, that you're helping somebody else to get covered with insurance. But the other thing that we have is that we can offer this job to somebody else, and they can see the vision of growing and then helping them to achieve their dreams. That's the reason why I took this position.
Awesome, perfect, Rolando. Yes, I guess I was thinking about what we were saying earlier. That it's like the perfect example. George and I allow you to build from day one, okay, and that's very different than other organizations and other insurance companies. That's just not possible. But because we do have a vision to grow really, really big here, you're able to, I mean, Carrie's just literally not even a couple months in the business, and he reached out to a friend. It's our very strongest agencies and representatives in Family Heritage came from a friend or a family member. So if you've ever, most people, if you ask them, would you ever want to go into business with a family member, they tell you, no way, Jose, right? Sorry, Jose. They tell you no way, right? Because they don't want that pressure of being, but this is different because your family member, your friend, I mean, a lot of you guys are here because of a friend, all right? So your family member, your friend doesn't work directly with you. You don't control their income, right? So there's no hard feelings there. But where do you think you get the best training? You train people the best when you're friends with them. You train them the best when you're family with them, because you want them to succeed more than somebody else that you just hired, right? And of course, we want everybody to succeed, but you're going to put a lot of time and a lot of sweat and a lot of blood and a lot of tears. I'm speaking from experience. My very first recruit here was a friend of mine. I worked with his wife, and we hung out with his family. He's been with me for almost 6 years now. He was a truck driver, so he had nothing to do with insurance. He'd never done this. But let me tell you that didn't come without a lot of time spent with Chris, right? Because I care about him. I didn't want to see him fail. He's been here 6 years. So that's a great example. Thank you for that, Rolando. Two more people. I want to turn it over to Grady. So this is for the moment too. So Grady just accepted a position.
Yes.
So Grady, tell everybody your background and I guess what brought you here.
Yeah. Well, came in last week. I've got a little bit of a year under my belt in the industry. I already came in with my license. Got into contact with George last week. Was blown away. I came in for 2 interviews. He said, "I think you're going to crush it here." Those were his words. Can't wait to get started. One of the things that I really, I've only been here for a week, but I think something that I found that really makes Zeal stand out is, between him and Brian Brickhouse, with you, Ryan, I think something that really makes you guys stand out is like the mentorship and the leadership. It's just indispensable, kind of, you make a very concerted effort, to get everyone working around you at their best. That's something I think makes Zeal stand out. And all in all, I just can't wait to get the ball rolling and make a contribution.
Awesome. Thanks. I don't kind of put you on the spot.
Oh, no.
Appreciate it.
That's fine.
And last, before I wrap up, guys, I'd like to turn it over to George, who really, I don't get personal very often because I'm an emotional person. I'm the kind of guy that cries at chick flicks, right? But I can't, from a personal perspective, I can't tell you how much I appreciate this guy. My life, I'm not going to get super personal with you. I had lost a business prior to Family Heritage, and literally had gone bankrupt. So that's my story. Literally lost everything except for a home and a car. I had 3 little kids at the time. When I was working 3 jobs when I came across Family Heritage. So I appreciate it. As cliche as it sounds, I appreciate that this guy was trying to build because it gave me an opportunity to get my life back on track, but not just on track, but to really grow to a level that I couldn't see at that moment in my life. Right. So this guy started Zeal. He's got a lot of good things to say, but he is bald, but you'll just have to deal with it. But George, what can you tell us?
Yeah. So first off, thanks everybody for being here. I know everybody has families and lives and careers and all that stuff. So we really, I speak on behalf of the Zeal staff as well as the Family Heritage staff with Seamus. We really appreciate everybody being here, our reps as well. So let me tell you a little bit about me, and then tell you why we chose Zeal as a name. A lot of people say, well, what is that? What does that mean? And I think it's important to know the name of the company and kind of the